Hey seamstress, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be putting an invisible zipper inside of a gown. So what you're going to need is your matching thread, bobbins, curved needle, an invisible zipper, an iron, and an invisible zipper footer. Right here we're just going to go ahead and open our zipper, open it all the way up and unzip it. Make sure you take the staple out. And right here I'm just going to try to show you exactly what we're trying to get to. You see how when you actually fold the zipper up, how you can lift it up, there's an actual straight line. We're going to try to earn that down and earn the actual teeth to the side, so that way it sticks up and it's easier to sew down. So I'm just ironing it as much as I can to get the teeth to sit up as much as I can. You see how I'm pushing the iron kind of against the teeth. That's just going to make it to actually sit up. And this does take about a few minutes, and I do go over both sides quite a bit just to get it to sit up as straight as possible. So once you finish ironing the teeth up, you want to go ahead and lay your two back pieces side by side, just to make sure that they're even and that they're right next to each other. After that, you're going to take your zipper and you're going to put it front facing, so the right facing side of the fabric should be facing the actual right facing side of the zipper. And once you do that, you're going to take the opposite side and attach that zipper to the opposite side. So if your zipper is right facing, you're going to take the left side and attach it to the right side, but make sure that they're still facing each other the right way. And then you're going to take your pins and you're just going to attach it, and make sure that you're just pinning it as close to the teeth as possible. That's going to help you when you're actually sewing it down, but I just do that all the way down with the pinning, just until where I feel like I'm going to end my actual stitches. So after I finish pinning the zipper, I do like to turn it the other way just to make sure that it's going to be invisible and I pinned it correctly, and just to see how it looks. After that, that's when I get ready to sew. This is a double-sided invisible zipper foot, and this is what I'm going to be using to attach the zipper to the actual gown. Okay, and right here I'm just actually threading my machine. If you want to see how I actually thread my machine or how to set up your machine for beginners, just leave a comment and I'll make that video for you guys. But yeah, right now I'm just going ahead and threading my machine, making sure that my bobbin is good. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and switch out the footer from the original footer to just use the zipper footer. And I'm going to start with my left side, so I just attach it to the left side. Okay, so for attaching the actual zipper, as you can see, I get as close to the teeth in the line as I can, and with the invisible zipper footer, it basically pushes the teeth up for you, so you just want to stay as close to it as you can. But I'm just going in with a straight stitch and then a back stitch, and then I just do a straight stitch all the way down after I cut those extra strings. But I just do a straight stitch all the way down, being as careful as possible. You might see me fighting with this fabric a lot. It's just because it's a sequins fabric and it gets caught a lot. Yeah, but I just go ahead and do a straight stitch all the way down until I am done with attaching it on that side. And when I get to the bottom, of course, I make sure I do a back stitch and just cut off the excess thread. And then right here is where I'm trying to make sure that the zipper works, but of course it got caught in the sequence. But that's just what happens when you deal with a lot of textured fabrics. But anyway, I'm also marking where I ended the zipper on both sides, so that way I know how to pin it for the other side. But right here, I'm just zipping it all the way up, making sure that the zipper is going to work. And then making sure that it also looks invisible, so the other side of the zipper you cannot see at all. You can only see the side that isn't sewn down. And once we get to the other side, I find it easier to just flip the side that we already did towards the other side. That way the zipper will just turn a bit easier for you. But we're just going to lay right side facings for the zipper and the actual fabric again like we did the other side, and pin it all the way down like we did as well. And for everybody asking what's on my arm, it's a magnetic wristband. I got it from Amazon. It came in a pack of 2, I believe. And like I did with the other side, I do go ahead and turn the zipper to make sure that it's going to look invisible and it's lined up close enough to the teeth. And then at the sewing machine, I just switch the zipper footer sides, so that since I did the left side now, I'm just switching to the right side. And then while I'm doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and do a straight stitch all the way down, making sure I'm staying as close to the teeth as possible. Just also remember, when you're dealing with textured fabrics, you may have to give it a little push or a little tug, but I did do a straight stitch all the way down. And we're going to be sure to sew all the way down to the mark that we made. And then once we get to the mark, you're just going to do a double stitch. You're going to back stitch. And then you can go ahead and cut your threads. And this is just what the zipper looks like once it's freshly installed. As you can see, you can't really see it, which is the point of the invisible zipper. And it came out really good. But this is how we actually close up the back of the dress once you add the invisible zipper. So we see where we marked it and we stopped it. So now we're going to take our curved needle and we're going to go ahead and thread it. It doesn't have to be but so long, but we are going to go ahead and thread that and make sure that we're going to use our top thread and our bobbin thread to double thread it. And then we're going to make sure that we put 2 double knots at the end of it. Sorry, I tried to get it in the camera, but that hole was just so small, I could barely see it. And once you double knot it, you're going to go ahead and wrap it and sew it around the zipper to create a stopper. And you're going to just keep going until you feel like your heart is content, but you're just sewing it around the zipper to make it a stopper, and you're just making sure that the threads pull all the way through, which is what I'm doing. But you just keep doing that until you decide that it's thick enough. But you want to go around at least 10 times, in my opinion, just to make sure that the zipper is going to actually stop. I also do want to remind you guys that I do still have openings for May/June prom. I believe I still have 5 spots available, so if you would like to book a consultation, the link is in my Instagram bio. And then once you feel like your stopper is secure, you can just go ahead and cut the thread and then double knot the thread that was still there to secure it. And then once you're done with that, your dress should be attached at the top but not at the bottom. So once we do that, we're just going to fold it in half so it's front sides facing. And then once we do that, we're going to go ahead and pin the dress together before you sew it down. So first we're going to pin right by the zipper, the bottom of the zipper. We're going to pin exactly next to it. And that is going to assist with closing the zipper and also making it look seamless. And then after that, we're just going to take our sewing clips and we're going to pin down the rest of the dress. Okay, so once we are done pinning down our dress, we're going to start sewing right at the end of, right before the zipper ends. So not at the exact bottom, but right before the zipper ends. And we're going to do a straight stitch all the way down. We're going to make sure that we're back stitching at the beginning and also at the end to secure our stitches. And then we're going to do that all the way down to the bottom of the dress. So this is what the back of the dress looked like, and this was what the front of the dress looked like. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more sewing content.